Hey, FYI, as you may expect, I didn't have all the characters in this game unlocked, so some of the footage here is taken from other YouTubers, so, you know, maybe go check those YouTubers out. I don't know. And for the footage that I recorded myself, if it looks like I'm doing absolute dog shit, that's because I was watching something while I was doing this, so, there's my excuse. Sorry. Ah, a nice summertime. It's totally summer, by the way. I didn't just lie to you there. Being so, now might be a great time to sit back, relax, and acknowledge that nothing bad is going on in the world because this is the perfect place. And there's totally nothing that's happening that may pique my interest in some sort of way. Okay, I'm bored. Let me check my phone. Yeah, no, that's shit. Hey. Multiversus player drop. Oh shit. Multiversus dying. I gotta go now. We gotta get out of here. Oh fuck, I'm gonna need a video on this. I gotta hurry before I gotta go. Think. Video ideas now. No, that'd be too long. No. That would be too hard. I need time. I don't have time here. Look. Okay, we can go. We can go with the basic route. Yeah, why not? Okay. I don't want to stretch out this outro. You guys know what we're here for. Just time for some Multiversus opinion. Okay, first up is DC, which is like Marvel, but worse. The first up is Harley Quinn, who is probably one of the best DC villains that is out there, and you can tell Warner Bros. Definitely knows that. Harley Quinn was one of the first characters I bought in this game, because a lot of people were saying she was pretty good as an assassin, and I have most attachment to DC characters, so it was just the stuff I was familiar with for the most part. And overall, when I bought her, I felt satisfied because I'm actually pretty good with her. Probably one of my best characters so far. Maybe even better than Batman, but that's probably just because Batman sucks a lot. Let's be honest. I mean, I really tried to make this guy, but they just have not been doing him so well in this game. You know, we're not on Batman yet. I shouldn't be talking about him yet. Harley has a wide array of moves that are references to stuff she does in... I don't really know exactly, but, you know, something. Fun fact, she's the only character that specializes in vertical moveset. So, if you're looking for a character with only vertical moveset, then this is your character. She's definitely the character I spam her first few moves with the most, because she just kind of works like that, and it's really easy. She honestly feels a lot like a mix of an assassin and a bruiser to me, which is what makes her so good. And setting up combos with her, with all of her little traps and whatever, is really satisfying. And overall, I think it makes for a very well-rounded character, probably one of the best characters in the game. Not the most unique, but, you know, one of the most well-rounded. So I used to think Superman was probably the most mid DC character in the world, but then I read some comics and I realized that Superman is actually only mid in the DCEU, and they did him really dirty, especially with that mustache. Superman was one of the first few characters I played in this game, because he was part of, like, I think the first free rotation. It might have been the second, but I'm not sure. He plays as a tank, and he's probably one of the best tanks to play if you're getting into it. Wonder Woman just does a bit too much non-attack type stuff for me, and Iron Giant's just a bit too hard to use with his, you know, giant physique. Overall, I find Superman to be the most well-rounded. He's kind of a spammy character, but don't tell anyone, but I think that's pretty cool. His moveset's fun. I love doing his up special over and over again. It's very easy to kill with this guy. A very good character to use, honestly, if you're getting into the game. In my personal opinion, I have not looked at the tier list, guys, okay? Please don't give me shit. But then the free rotation ended, and now I can't play Superman, so I think I'm gonna cry. Coming up, we have Wonder Woman, who is the only female superhero who people don't seem to completely loathe. You should know how she plays if you play Multiversus, because you get her for free if you do the tutorial. She is not my favorite, particularly in the gameplay aspect of things. Like, I like Wonder Woman, so I just can't really, like, hate her. And, you know, having sword-fire characters, that's cool and all. I just wish I just think, like, her type of character is just not my thing. I can't really get into it. She's not a bad character. No character in this game is really designed badly. I can play her sometimes. It's pretty cool. You know, I can try, but I just not good at her. But overall, not a bad character. Just kind of more on the meh-er side for me. But people like her. Yeah, you just gotta not a player. Moving on. And now we come to the last DC character. A character who, I would say, goes beyond any kind of fiction. Dare I say, peak fiction. We call him the BatGOAT. And now, I'm gonna give you a very long explanation to why he is the greatest character to ever I'm joking, by the way. I'm not doing what I did with the last video. Just letting everyone know. I'm cool this time. I'm chill like that this time. Okay, but as you may have heard me say before, yeah, Batman's kind of hard to play. That doesn't mean I don't play him. I actually would say he's probably my most played character in the game. He's just, like, you know, it's just not easy with him. He is a bruiser, but it doesn't mean he has to be that hard to kill. That doesn't mean I don't like playing him, though. Like I said, he is my most played, it seems. I love setting up some really good combos with this guy. Specifically, Batarang, the grapple hook is a really good one. You know, setting up where you want to put your smoke bomb. Batman has a lot of gadgets in all of his stuff, so seeing it all put it to good use here is cool. And it's really cool to set it up the way that Batman would, per se, in his media. Out of any character, I think Batman does the best job of exerting that you have to think like the character you're playing as in order to win as them. I mean, whatever, right? I mean, maybe there's a little bias here, but truly, he is the BatGOAT, you could say. Except for the fact that for the tier lists I have seen, he has been in, like, the bottom 3. So that sure sucks. Alright, on to the next franchise, which is Scooby-Doo, which I'll admit I don't have that much familiarity with, but I think that the movies are really underrated gems, and I really like Mystery Incorporated, so there's your fill on that for me. Okay, these characters I haven't actually unlocked, so if I haven't unlocked a character, I won't spend as much time on them. So first up is Shaggy. Very surprising that they decided to go with all those Super Saiyan memes for most of his moveset, even though that meme kind of died out, like, 2 years ago. But it's okay, because I think it makes for a very well-rounded moveset. Probably the best character to start with, honestly. But I think it works, and I think it's pretty fun. But my god, is his sandwich move so fucking annoying. I hate it so much, dude. I hate it so much! And after that is Velma, everyone's favorite lesbian awakening. I see her get some shit, but I really don't hate her that much. I think her moveset's probably the most unique out of any character, just because it solely works off of text boxes and other things, which is pretty funny if you ask me. I like when characters are wacky like that. But amongst all her silly and funny and goofy moves, it is very odd that they removed her police car attack for no particular reason. Following up with that is the Looney Tunes, which I have to admit I have pretty much never looked at all except for the Space Jam movie. Good movie, by the way. First up is Bugs Bunny. I don't have a lot to say about him. He's one of the only mages in the game, and that's cool. Cool mage. I like mages. I love them so much. I really wish that when his safe would show up, you could hit it into other opponents instead of Bugs Bunny being the only character who can do that, because that's kind of annoying. But that's it. That's Bugs Bunny. After that is Taz, and we all know who Taz is. He pretty much fucked up the whole meta when the game first came out, in its like first week, and everyone hates him because of his little tornado attack. Looks awfully familiar, doesn't it? But I don't know, he really seems like the least interesting character to me, and I don't really want to play him. I just don't care. Sorry. Okay, next franchise is a least favorable one. It is Steven Universe. I won't bore you with anything like, I hate this show, I hate it so fucking much, I want to shoot it with a gun, I want to kill it, ah! But yeah, it's not my favorite Cartoon Network show, but I do consider it part of like the OG 2010 ones, you know? So I have some respect for it, and I even think some things in the show get a little too much shit than what they maybe should, so, you know, it has my respect, First up is Steven Universe. I will be honest, I've played them very little to none, but his air moves are pretty cracked, and if you know how to play him, then you're probably cracked as well, but he is an expert character for a reason. You have to set up a lot of shit with him, and I don't know, I'm just glad they didn't go with his old model, cause, and oh my god. After that is Garnet, and I played like Garnet, like not at all. I played her in like the lab, and That's it. She seems fine. I don't know. Let's just move on to the next one. And next up is Adventure Time, which is one of the GOATs of Cartoon Network, and it's really cool to see it here. I haven't seen the whole series, I will admit, but it's one of those shows I saw a lot when it came on Cartoon Network, and I just time to time go and look at some of its episodes. It's not a show I watch like in order. I'll put it like that. First is Finn, and I did get to play him. I know he was really cracked when this game first came out, and he still kind of is to an extent. But you know, they nerfed that backpack hard. My experiences with Finn is I really like how his moveset expresses how wacky and silly his character is, with one of his attacks being a high five and such. And I really like the mechanic of BMO too. Finn's a very dynamic character and a very unique sword fighter character too. And I like how pretty much all of his moves allow you to move around while you're doing his holding attacks. I don't know what they're called. And all of his attacks overall feel very powerful, which is good because, you know, because he's an assassin. It would be pretty dumb if he wasn't. And also when he loses, he does this, so that's kind of zesty. And then there's Jake, which I have not played a lot of Jake, I'll admit, but like, I like him. But he is also a very fun character, probably funner than Finn. And you know, we can all have a little Jake in our lives. We all want a little Jake in our lives. He's a very cool character. He is a coolio character. And if you don't like Jake, then you gotta get out of here. But I will say, I hate that horse attack he does. I hate it so fucking much. You can never get it. You can never hit him while he's doing it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much! Okay, next up is Game of Thrones. And, like, no, I have not seen it. I don't know what you expect. Multiversus is built of a bunch of 25-year-olds who have only seen a bunch of cartoons. I don't think anyone here has watched that show. But from what I've heard, the show is about as bad as Arya's moveset. Speaking of Arya's moveset, probably the hardest character to play. I cannot play this character for shit. I mean, I guess the masking attack is cool, but it's kind of confusing still. I don't know. This one ain't it, Chief. In contrast to such a lame character, we have the GOAT himself, Lebrone Jahames.
Oh, so I just googled it, and it is Lebrone Jahames. Is that his name?
A very cool character. I love when fighting games put in wacky characters like this. You know, the ones that just are out of left field. And it's a cool character too, honestly. I love how they insert all of his shit and how the basketball works. One of his attacks is that one meme. Very cool character, very unique. I like it. He does earn that expert title though. You really want to know how to play him before you get into him. Was this character an obvious, blatant ad for Space Jam 2? Yeah. Does it matter? No. Because this is the coolest character in the game, hands down. Dare I say more. Okay, now for one of the more recent characters in the game, Gizmo from Gremlins. Okay, obviously because he's recent, I really haven't played him that much. I've really only played him in the lab, but I like Gremlins. I like that movie. I think Gizmo is a deserved character. He's kind of like one of those older Warner Bros. Properties, so it's nice to see him here. His moveset's really nice too. A lot of references to the movie and whatnot. Playing a support role, he's pretty neat, and his car move is really cool. I like how everyone else can drive said car. Other than that, again, he is pretty new, so I just don't know that much about him. I haven't got enough time to play him, so that's really all I have to say about him here. And then coming right off that, we have one of the more nicher ones, according to some people, Iron Giant. I did say back that he's kind of hard to play because of how big he is, but I really like playing him actually. I mean, I like playing him, but I do not like playing against him. I'm not kidding, this fucking guy, he kills me every fucking time. That stupid fucking attack where he can protect himself, you know what I'm talking about? That attack sucks so much. I want to strangle him, but you can't strangle a robot. So I'd leave him there alive as he kills me, and I die to his stupid ass. Sorry, I got a little out of hand. I haven't seen Iron Giant, but it's like free on YouTube. And next up is Reindeer. We will be respectfully skipping Reindeer, but the character we really came here to talk about was Tom and Jerry. Honestly, in terms of moveset, one of the best characters in the game. I love how unique these characters are. Probably my favorite duo character in a fighting game. They're just done so well, not just being like a duo character, but their moveset reflects how they have a rivalry, you know? Everything about them is just executed so well, and it's a shame because no one really plays them. You know, and I get that, because they're hard as shit to play. But other than that, they're really good. They're amazing. I mean, the tier lists, no, they're pretty bad. But, like, playing as them for fun, they're great. Or, I mean, that would be something I would say if I was actually able to play as them. I have only played these characters in the lab. I'll be totally real with you. And you wanna know why? Because they won't put them in the goddamn free rotation. It's been, like, 2 months already, and they will not, love shit, be in the free rotation. Put them in the free rotation. Okay, that's it. And lastly is the GOAT, Morty. I admittedly would probably not have played Morty if it wasn't for one thing that he can do that you might not know about. Have you want to farm a shit ton of gold? Well, I've got the perfect trick for you. Simply go on the edge of the stage, use your UFO attack, and the CPU just kind of falls and dies. And then the match ends in a minute, and you get gold. I do not know why y'all are acting like this is so hard. Like I don't even play Morty. I have not played him legitimately. I've only used him for this cheat. That's really it. I'm sorry. Like, moveset's cool, obviously. I like his attacks and shit, but does not get better than this cheat, my guy.
Edit guys, yeah, they patched it out.
Now, as for Rick, I don't know. He wasn't that when I was playing the game. Give me some slack for once. Okay, now I'm not gonna waste your time. The title says that there's a wish list. I'm gonna give you a wish list. Here we go. Okay, number 10 is Animaniacs. I grew up with that show. It'd be pretty cool if they got in. Number 9 is Gandalf. I don't really care about him that much. I just feel bad for everyone who wanted him in, and now he's seeming to get cut, so, here's to hoping he'll get back in, but I highly doubt it. Number 8 is Poison Ivy. I don't know, I just like her. Next up is a villainous rep. You've never heard of this? Well, that's because it never aired in America, which makes it kind of underrated. I kind of want to see you get some representation because of that. I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't really care who the character is, just make it, Missy. Number 6 is the Meatball from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I don't really know why, but it looks kind of cool, right? And number 5 is Catwoman.
I can't say them.
YouTube.
It's gonna trigger people.
Number 4, we have John Cena! I mean, just think about it. So he's crossed over with Scooby-Doo a few times, and when you really think about that, means that he can pretty much get into this game. And, you know, if LeBron James can get in, then why not John Cena? Personally, I think I'm right. Number 3, probably one of the characters I actually want, Gumball. Probably my favorite Cartoon Network show. Love to see it. Kind of self-explanatory. At number 2, we have probably one of the most amazing characters to ever come out of fiction. That would be the one and only, Ruby Rose.
I love books.
Okay.
Did you know that they own Ruby? Yeah, look. See, so they own this, and they own Ruby. So technically, it works, and she can get in. I don't even think the show's all that good. I just think it'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty hilarious. Yeah, I'm not.
And now, the number 1 worst Mario Kart character ever is...
Okay, so Ruby was supposed to be the number 1, because it would have been really funny and silly, and, you know, like, that came out of left field, didn't it? Oh, but, well, then I had another thing in mind, and I had to do it because I just got done with this, and, you know, I gotta do it. Number one is Walter White! What do you guys think I was watching? What do you guys think I was watching while I was filming this? What do you think it was? It was Breaking Bad. I was watching Breaking Bad. And I finished the finale, and it was like, say the words! Say you want this! And it was so good, it was so well written, it was so amazing. I love that show so much. Now, Walter White has to get in. The show was so good that I'm going to get rid of my joke of Ruby being number 1, because I didn't even do that much with it anyway, so it's kind of pointless, and say Walter White is my number 1 pick. He should be in the game. Peak fiction.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
Well, that's pretty much all I had to say on this game. I hope that you really had something to say about some of my profound opinions. We can have a gander at some of these said things. So unlike Smash Bros, Multiversus kind of has a ever-expanding roster, so this is definitely not the end of it. So, in the event that this game isn't totally dead by the time I upload this, and enough characters come out eventually, maybe, just maybe, I will make a part 2, so look out for that. And now, I don't know, if you have some time, maybe you could, maybe hit that like button, just support a small creator, and maybe you could even give me a subscribe and join the fam, because you know you're a part of the club now, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on this game, so bye.
Bro, I was looking for LeBron James at the store, and I found something way better, bro. Like, bro, look at this.
What's up, Doc?